I need a cigarette.
I was gonna say, you probably need a smoke after that one, huh?
Fuck. My only regret is that no one heard that.
I heard it.
I
Am
don't
I no one?
know. I meant people in the stream. It's silly.
True.
I got a message today.
Oh.
You want me to read it for you?
What message? I would love to hear your
It's
messages.
from a person named Oscar James. Sorry. Hello? Question mark.
Oscar
That's,
Jimbo.
that's me saying hello.
Okay.
And they say, "Hey, how are you?" I say, "I'm okay. How are you?" "I'm fine." I am, but all one word. "I'm fine." "Do you
Okay.
play shooter game?" "Sometimes. Why?" "Would you like to order something cool which will help build your channel and profile? Also running exclusive discounts this week." Fuck you, you fucking cunt.
Oh, but think of it. You could have exclusive deal and your channel.
I just paid $50 for special art for one of the streams coming up soon, so
Ooh.
we won't be taking no for an answer, shit lips. Thank you, Susie. I'm gonna get water real quick. Spader, how about you tell
Okay.
you talk about your cat for just a few seconds?
All right. I will gladly talk about my cat.
I
Her
will
name
be
is
right back.
Love. She is a. We rescued her. She was about 5 years old when we adopted her. She had bad teeth, but we have since fixed that. Um, she had to have uh, what the vet considered a grand total of about four teeth. Uh, Her left fang had to come out, and then she had just like fragments of teeth that needed to come out. So they had to get in there and then dig out the roots. But she's doing a lot better now. This was last December. Um, she's very soft. She's very round. Right now, she is laying on my desk. She has the most beautiful blue eyes. Her patterning is what we can best describe as lavender cream torty mix. She is a what's called dilute torty, where she is clearly from a tortoiseshell background. She is clear, but it is quite dilute in her fur. But she has very dense, very soft fur, and I love her very much. She's very good at giving kisses when I need them, and normally she's very good at eating her dinner. But today she was being very naughty and she didn't, so I had to switch to a different food, and then she ate most of that. And then she left, and then she came back and ate more later on. So she eventually did eat her dinner, but right now she is just laying literally right by my hand, just up against my arm as I'm trying to game. And her tail is just going nuts. She's so good. I love her very much. I love this cat so much. I see her back.
Yeah. Of course I am. I wasn't gonna interrupt you.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
The Ferris
God.
wheel.
Yeah, we're still working on that one. Uh, how have you been lately, my dude of dudes?
I've been alive.
Yeah?
That I can say.
That's good.
This week is rough. I even got a day off. And it's like
Mhm.
it's just Wednesday, and I got 2 more days, and I'm like, all right, weekend coming up.
Yep.
But I'm getting to the point now where it's like I just can't. I can't bring myself to be excited about the weekend, especially if like I just have to work again.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel you. I really wanted to take this next Friday off, but one of my coworkers is already he already had it off, so it's like, no, I've got to work, unfortunately. But I am gonna take next Monday off, which will be kind of nice.
That will be nice.
I mean, I don't even have anything planned. I just want a day off that's not a holiday, you know?
Completely understandable.
It feels really nice to just be like, I'm not going in today. I have been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much... Excuse me. Catter.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much the that gif of Danny DeVito, where it's just like very slowly zooming in on his face, and he goes, "Oh my God, I get it." And oh Jesus, oh God, I need. Why is the volume so loud?
I don't know. It must have been a game update.
There, yeah, it was definitely an update because I had my volume turned down. Anyway, I'm very much that particular GIF because I finally got like the run that had me realize that was I evolved 6 weapons
That'll do it.
in one run, and like it was the bibble, it was the garlic, it was the fireball, it was I think the daggers, and there were 2 others, but I don't exactly remember what they were off the top of my head. And I got to 30 minutes with that particular run, and I'm just like, all right, yep, I get it. This fucking rules.
Oh, look. The volcano. That's right.
That's why everything is all dirty as shit.
So power
So,
washers
yeah.
are really, like, strong, right?
Yes, there are certain power washers that will just, like, take your skin off if you're not careful.
That's kind of cool when you think about it, though.
A little bit, but at the same time, it's like, ow.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm doing the big extendo arm for this.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I might be able to buy the super long one. Hold on one sec, let me see. Longest. Prime Vista Pro extra long extension. There we go. Okay. Activate long!
Long washer. Did you have a good 4th of July?
It was okay.
Yeah?
I had good moments, I had bad moments.
What'd you end up doing?
Went to a cookout.
Nice.
It was good to see all my friends. All my IRL friends, I should say.
Cool.
It was really some of them I hadn't seen in a very long time.
As opposed to your fake online friends. Mm.
Yeah, that is exactly what I said. You are correct.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That's why I prefaced it with IRL friends, and I absolutely said didn't. I said actually real friends, not these fake stupid idiot friends. That's what I said.
Exactly.
Anyway,
so you had a good time.
I did, and I was gonna eat more food, but I just ended up not being very hungry, and
Damn.
I came home and I played a Blood Bowl game and in my league, which I don't know if I've talked about too terribly much on stream. Since I live in Ohio, do I count as IRL? Where in Ohio?
I would think so.
Like, if you live super up north, on principle, I don't like you.
If you live in Cleveland,
Far East?
no.
Oh, so like
So like Columbus?
Columbus is in the
No.
center of Ohio.
All right.
Dayton is
Dayton
southwest.
is southwest.
Mhm.
Yep, I know that much.
Oh, near Youngstown?
Not
I see.
Cleveland. Okay, I don't know. I don't know shit about fuck. when it
Youngstown
comes
is
to-
Youngstown is out east.
Okay, cool. I don't know shit about Ohio other than that it is for lovers and you live there.
It certainly is not for lovers.
I don't know nothing. I don't know shit about Ohio. It's
Hawthorne
to
Heights
me,
for liars.
to me, Ohio is fake, and also where Republicans win inexplicably.
I wouldn't call it fake. I genuinely like the Dayton area. I've never really thought about leaving just because I'm pretty comfortable here.
That's fair. I'd like to get out of Utah.
Understandable.
I've been thinking, like, Jen and I have definitely been thinking about getting out of Utah. Like, it is, I will give Utah credit, like, the geography and the topography of the place is beautiful. Like, when you've spent enough time in the western deserts, you find a certain amount of beauty there that is, like, incomparable to anywhere in the country. That said, this is a Republican hell state. This place, the only places that bleed red, like redder, are like Idaho and Mississippi, and that's about it. So like, we're thinking about like Seattle, Portland area or Minneapolis. I love the idea of the Minneapolis St. Paul area, the Twin Cities, because I am originally from Fargo, North Dakota, which obviously is not Minnesota, but it's close enough to it where it's just like, yeah, I'm from the North Midwest. And I can like tell people like, yeah, I'm from Fargo originally, and they'd be like, oh yeah, all right.
Susie said that she went to the Air Force Museum down here in Dayton. I have not been there since I was a kid.
That's where the original planes are, right?
That's right, Pat. Air Force Base, yeah. Right next to it.
Yeah, because you've got the Wright brothers and their shit there.
There's Carillon Park, which is where the Wright brothers' bicycle shop is.
Yep.
And I drive by that every day.
Is that still like? So like the Wright brothers like name is still a business?
No, it's a museum.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But Carillon Park is still a big like little area to go. And
okay. I didn't know if that was like still a registered LLC.
I don't think so.
Like I was gonna say like the Pinkertons, but the Pinkertons aren't actually.
It's an
Pinkertons.
LLC for sure.
Yeah, they're like owned by a Swedish company or whatever.
My dad works at the Air Force Base for Youngstown, so he got to stay at Dayton Base. Discounted? Ooh.
Neat.
Yeah, Right Path's really cool. My dad used to deliver, back when I worked in Blueprints, my dad would deliver there sometimes because he had a pass. It's really cool.
Fun.
My dad keeps trying to get me to get a job out there. He's like, well, you get in there, or you... I'm I'm like, I don't want to work for the military, Dad.
You don't want to be a slave to the military-industrial
It's
complex.
not even that. I just don't want to.
That's fair. No, that's cool. Like, you out there in Ohio have that kind of a history, like, tied to your region. Like, here in Utah, we have, there were the pioneers, and they also killed a lot of Native Americans to make this their home. It's sad.
Yeah.
The West is beautiful, but also like bizarre. It is a very strange place.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Are you a cowboy fan?
I'm a cowboy, baby. No, I mean, technically, like, I went to the University of Wyoming, and our mascot is the Cowboys, Pistol Pete, specifically.
Pissing Pete?
Pistol Pete. So I am, in all technicality, I'm a cowpoke.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it.
So back when I was in middle school, my middle school was originally the Wildcats, right? And
like
that was their
every other
team,
middle school in the nation.
essentially, yeah. But like our high school were the Firebirds, the Fairmont Firebirds.
Okay.
And so back when I started middle school, that was the first year that they were that they changed every single school in the district to the Firebirds.
Oh God.
They changed all the elementary schools, all the everything were Firebirds. And I'm like, why? Where's the sense of individualism?
That makes no sense. Yeah.
And so like I remember, I don't know why I remember this so distinctly, but one of the lunch ladies, I think, did the announcement. No, one of the librarians did the announcements, and she's like, "And you're in Wildcat Firebird country." I was like, "You didn't practice at all."
Oh, that rules. That's funny as hell.
Yeah. And you know what? That just confirms my fear. That if you fuck up, everyone will always remember, and there is nothing you can do to make them forget.
100%.
Because I remember that, and it was one time at the very beginning of my middle school life, and I remember that distinctly. Kind of sad, kind of upsetting. Dude, fuck this fucking Ferris wheel.
Yeah, this sucks. This one in particular sucks.
Hello, Vid.
There's just so goddamn much to clean.
I keep trying to grab stuff as it's rotating around.
I will say, I really enjoyed this past Saturday. I had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the TTT stream?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing
If you guys missed out, there's a full VOD of it up on YouTube. Just search Undead Samurai.
It was a lot of fun. We had so much fun.
It is one of the favorite streams I have ever done. Susie, seriously, you should watch it. It's so good. It's a very good stream.
We had a lot of fun. TTT is a game that I have not played in God, I don't want. It's definitely less than a decade, but it has been a fucking minute since I played that game. It's just so much fun when you've got a nice big group of people playing.
My only regret is that I didn't have time to explain to everybody what all the rules were before we started.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we eventually all got it, but
Oh sure.
dude, the fucking bodyguard, like, holy shit, like that actually changed the fucking game.
Yeah,
Especially
I had
when
no idea that was a role.
when the bodyguard was like protecting a traitor, like,
Mm-hmm.
so fucked. We're getting there.
Eventually.
We're getting there. I think this is the last poo poo doo doo one.
Okay.
I think the next few are really fun.
That's good. I still can't believe, like, when we were playing last week that it went that quick.
Yeah. It
It
felt like an hour. Yeah.
I was in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
I was cleaning stuff. We were having a good time, just vibing, and keeping it tight. And I was like, "Oh fuck, what? It's done?
Yeah.
No, I want to keep going." I enjoy time with my friend.
Me too. By the way, Russ, sorry I didn't get back to you about TTT. I was going to reply and then I forgot.
Well, that sucks because it happened.
I should have reminded you. I thought about it. I was gonna, but I was like, Vid's a responsible adult. Like, he can get back to me.
Evidently not.
It's fine, bud. Don't worry about
It's
it.
fine. Shark is good.
We are going to do another one. There's no
100%.
There's no fucking doubt in my mind. It's probably gonna be after the D&D streams are done, and then I need to do I want to do a Civ stream with CJ and whoever wants to join. I want to do a series where we actually play a full game. Did you play on Gmod? Where else would we have played?
That's the only place to play TTT, is it not?
Yes.
Like, is it?
We could have played Among Us, but that's not TTT.
It's not its own standalone game, to my knowledge.
No. I still don't think so. It's gonna be. I'll announce it when I have it planned. Also, I do need to say this. We had to reschedule my trip coming up this month.
Oh.
So I am not going to be leaving in the middle of July. I'm gonna end up leaving in September for a weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, we had to reschedule it that far.
It's a hell of a reschedule. What are you traveling to, bud?
I'm going to my family's lake house with my friends.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Swag.
Yeah. But people are moving, and then there are people who can't make it, and then there are people who are helping those people move. And then it's just like it was worth it to just reschedule.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But this weekend, guys,
Oh.
I'm gonna try to play through an entire Wind Waker randomizer.
Nice.
Now, I don't know if that's possible because the last two I've done, one was 24 hours and the other one was 19.
Oh God.
So maybe if I don't fuck around and I have somebody with the spoiler log on and like who can kind of push me in the right direction for items I need. But I've been holding off this week because I have been super busy, but with like holiday and stuff and oh god. Oh. But yeah, it should be a fun fucking time. I hope you guys do tune in for that. It's great. I've gotten a good amount of practice in on it too, so it should be pretty streamlined. The only problem is, like, I'm gonna have to do it kind of where a lot of the annoying items are out of the pool. And I'm definitely starting with a sword and shield because I just did swordless, shieldless for my last playthrough, and it was fucking annoying.
Sounds like it would be.
Because you get like 3 hours in, and you still don't have a fucking sword. So you're playing through dungeons with like bombs and the hammer.
I mean, to be fair, the hammer is a great weapon to have.
It is pretty good. Skull Hammer in Wind Waker is very good.
It's a super... Like, it reminded me of the Megaton Hammer of Ocarina of Time, but better. And I fucking loved the Megaton Hammer.
So, Wind Waker... I kind of just realized this in one of my last playthroughs, is that it takes a lot of inspiration from Majora's Mask and Ocarina.
Yes.
And I didn't really realize how similar it was until until this last playthrough. And I was like, oh my goodness, because I'd never played Ocarina or anything. I'd never played Majora's Mask.
It is extraordinarily similar to Ocarina of Time because by the time that Ocarina of Time was developed, they had realized, like, oh, we can just make essentially the story from Link to the Past, but like tweak some stuff here and there. Like, Rauru has been a staple as the Sage of Light from Link to the Past. Mm-hmm. You've got Rauru as the Sage of Light in Link to the Past, but you've also got Rauru as the Sage of Light and the King of Hyrule in Tears of the Kingdom. And, like, as soon as I saw the name Rauru, and I was like, Sage of Light! Oh, what the fuck? He's a furry now! What the fuck? And then it was... I had a great time with it. Because I remembered the name Rauru from Ocarina of Time, specifically. It's very clear the influences and basis of Legend of Zelda canon that they have been establishing, and effectively just reusing the same names and concepts for characters. Mm-hmm. Because, like, you see the names of characters you recognize all over Tears of the Kingdom. You've got Soraya Lake. You've got
Psoriasis Lake, yes.
Yes, Psoriasis Lake. Soraya, however the hell you pronounce her name. You've got if you remember from Ocarina of Time, the guy that blocks you from seeing the Great Deku Tree, Mido.
Mido, yeah. Yeah,
he's got a little like a pond or a part of the woods named after him. There's Mount Naburu, and Naburu was the Gerudo lady who is the Sage of Spirit in Ocarina of Time. There's just so many of that. There's just so much of that all throughout Tears of the Kingdom, and I am a huge fan of them reusing those names and, like, those concepts of characters. It's so much fun.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, man.
It is. Twilight Princess is very good. It is not necessarily my favorite of the Legend of Zelda games, but it's very good. Like, my top three is easy for me. My top three is Wind Waker, specifically remastered. I love the remaster that they did for the Wii U. I bought the Wii U specifically for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so my top three is Wind Waker Remaster, Majora's Mask, and then Tears of the Kingdom.
Wind Waker and Link to the Past.
Link to the Past is absolutely the original and two established what the series is about.
Mm-hmm.
But Link to the Past really set this is the story that Nintendo is going to tell over and over and over again with games going forward. Many have argued that Ocarina of Time is literally just Link to the Past slightly tweaked.
I disagree, but
well, the thing is, it's got the seven sages, it's got the same names of places.
Sure.
It's got that kind of stuff, and I can see where people would argue that Ocarina of Time is effectively just a plussed up version of Link to the Past. I don't necessarily agree, because I've done a lot of world building, and I reuse names and characters constantly.
And I mean, they reuse characters all the time in Legend of Zelda anyway. I mean, it's not
exactly.
as if it's just that.
I will be right back. I need to get some water.
All right. Yeah, I tried to play Twilight Princess when I was younger on the Wii, and I just couldn't get into it. I need to try again, I think. But yeah, I don't know. There was something about it that I didn't click. And then, I do a lot of randomizers with Link to the Past. I do a ton of randomizers with Wind Waker. Come on, get clean, you stupid asshole. Damn it. There we go. But yeah, I want to play a lot of the ones that I've missed out on. I want to play Phantom Hourglass and Minish Cap and Spirit Tracks and Zelda Murder Mystery Simulator. The ones that I really do want to sit down and play are Ocarina and Majora's Mask, obviously. I just don't see myself I don't see myself streaming them again, or at least anytime soon. Because Wind Waker was I love that game, but GameCube vanilla version is rough, bro. It is not. There's so many things that they just didn't optimize. Fucking having to hear the fucking songs every fucking time you do it sucks balls.
See, I would argue that the songs of Wind Waker are probably one of the better parts of that game.
I don't listening to it every fucking time, though.
I mean, fair, but the music is so good.
It's good. Don't get me wrong. I think the soundtrack's incredible. It's just
I mean,
having you play fucking the Ballad of Gales like a billion fucking times, and you're like, I want to teleport over here. Okay, Link has to do his little dance every time. Okay, you have to watch an animation teleporting every time. Okay, and like in the randomizer, it skips that. It does all the quality of life improvements that the fucking HD remaster did. Gives you the Swiss sail. It cuts all the cutscenes. It just gets you into the fucking game. It's a really fucking good program that randomizes. And I recommend it if you guys like Wind Waker. That's it. That's all. And you'll see.
Whenever I played, I mean, I'm a big. I love music. And so, whenever I had to play those songs, it was always like, oh, fuck yeah! All right, here we go. And then it's just like, and then later on, you know, you get and then you get the whole thing, and you get it together, and it's just like, yeah,
it's but you see,
anyway, it's just like the whole thing coming together is just like, holy shit, that's so good.
Never mind.
It's so good. I love it. It's very impactful. If you do ever plan on playing the N64 games, I would say play Ocarina of Time and then Majora's Mask.
It's a direct sequel, I know.
Yes, even though I believe Majora's Mask to be the superior of the two products. That's just me. I'm sure there are many a nerd out there who would disagree with me, but I think Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is good. Don't get me wrong. But I think Majora's Mask is better. What am I trying to clean now?
A-frame support. I'm working on pod frames. I don't know where the platform trim is. Okay, I'm gonna do some Daredevil work here. Ooh. Okay, neither of these. Nope. 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 Oh, it's that one. Almost done. We're almost there. Okay. A-frame supports. So it's that one and it's that one?
It's the one and the one immediately behind me.
Okay. Let's see if I can get up here and get it. Okay. Wait for this support to be straight here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's the dirty part's way down at the bottom actually.
God, that's gonna be stuck in my head now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love the soundtrack to Wind Waker so much.
Where the fuck is platform trim? Oh, I just found it. It's the red bit down here. Oh, it's this. It's only this.
Oh.
Come on!
It's all on like the side that I'm facing, and it's just rust. God damn it!
playing a lot of Skyrim again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I kind of miss that game in a lot of ways. Just because I put, like, damn near 1,000 hours into it.
Yeah, I probably have that across every console.
I have, like, I never played the, like, the special edition or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I have put 821 hours into it.
Fucking oof.
Yeah. I've played several characters, gone through multiple storylines. Like, my very first character was an Aragonian. Argonian, thank you. And he joined the Stormcloaks.
Counterintuitive, but okay.
Which is incredibly counterintuitive because I didn't know, like, the socio-political, like, ramifications of exactly what that meant.
I mean, that was also my first character. Because you think
An
rebellion,
Argonian
you're
who
like,
joined the
yeah,
Stormcloaks?
anti-oppression, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, the cry of, like, Skyrim belongs to the Nords sounds great until you realize that the conclusion of that sentiment is, and no one else.
Yeah.
So, then later on I played several other characters who were all Imperials.
Understandable. Yeah, I have a mod that lets me play as a bear right now.
Nice.
And I'm an Imperial officer.
Excellent. Kind of like that D&D green text where they played as Sir Barrington, who had such high charisma they were convincing everyone they weren't a bear.
Yeah. I had an idea for a funny character.
Oh.
Kind of in that vein. You're playing as a bear, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're a bard. Your class is bard. You put so many points of performance that everyone just thinks you're a druid who refuses to leave wild shape.
I love that.
Like, I
love that a lot.
I think that's really funny.
That's very good.
I'm excited for this D&D campaign I'm running coming up soon. I'm very excited.
It sounds like fun.
We have 4 players. I'm writing the setting myself. I thought of a really good idea for another one after that.
Uh-huh.
And so I have like the flame of an idea.
Nice.
It's like you're starting out in an adventuring school.
Uh-huh.
Like a university.
Yeah.
And so that's why all of you are like fledgling adventure, like level 1s.
Yeah.
And then there's a rival school that's like prestigious and like been around for forever, and your school is like 1 year away from losing all its funding. Like I love that. I think that's funny.
You wouldn't happen to need a 5th player, would you?
No, I'm keeping it to 4.
Okay, that's fair.
I have an encounter written for 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I was gonna add a 5th, but I felt like I want to keep the group small and concise.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I already paid for talking head art, and I don't need to make my artist work any more than she's already working.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, it's gonna be like, I don't know if I've announced this, but I think every race is homebrew. Every single one. Some of the classes are homebrew. One of the races is so homebrew we basically made it. Because one of my players is a DM himself, and he just wanted to try something new, and I was like, sure, we can make that work. And so it's not going to be a serious game by any stretch of the imagination.
Sure.
And we're going to try to have as much fun as we possibly can with it. But yeah, I can't wait.
Good.
It should be very fun. I don't want to announce any of the characters until Brittany's done with the art.
Yeah.
But like I have 3D. I bought everyone like a 3D model of their character, and I imported it to Tabletop Simulator, and I have the ending all written, and it's just the in between that I need to play by ear.
Yeah, that's kind of where I've been. Like, the one campaign that I have completed was it was entirely homebrew, and I had the beginning and I had the ending, and it was the A to G that needed to be filled out.
Mm-hmm. I have like
was.
story beats that I'm pretty sure I want to get to. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep it like 5 sessions.
Yeah.
I want to keep it to like a mini series rather than a fucking television show, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But that's kind of hard to do, especially because I don't know how they're gonna play it. Because
you plan for 5 and you end up with like 8.
Mm-hmm.
I get you. No, that's
because I normally
I definitely planned for what I called a one shot at the time, and it ended up being like 8 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got way too far in the weeds, but it made sense for what it was.
Yeah, I'm hoping that like I don't introduce a side quest and they like, because they all have here's what's interesting with this. They're all going to have a common motivation, but some of their alignments are vastly different.
Right.
So, like, I'm hoping there's interpersonal conflicts, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but they all are aiming for the same thing, essentially.
Sure. I like that there is a third rail on this track, and it doesn't kill us. I'm really happy about that.
How big is this area? Oh, it's not terribly big.
Hello?
Is that a ghost?
Hello?
Ghost fuckers. This week on Ghost Fuckers, we fuck David's grandmother's ghost. No, guys, don't! Too late, David. No! You told me you wouldn't fuck my grandma's ghost. We railed the shit out of her.
Ghostbusters too, man.
This is ghost busting a nut.
Busting makes me feel good. We watched that movie yesterday, and I could have sworn that particular scene was Ghostbusters 2.
No.
But no, the Ghost
1.
blowjob was 1.
Yep. Because they're getting famous, right? Dan Aykroyd's like in French regalia, like turn of the century French regalia.
I feel like that entire movie is just Dan Aykroyd being Dan Aykroyd.
Well, so
like, have you heard any interviews with him recently?
How could I not?
That is just absolutely what he is.
He's pretty batshit crazy.
He is awesome.
But like, what was something along the lines of like didn't he write Ghostbuster? No, he wrote. He helped write Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
And apparently there were a lot of ideas in that just like they just had to cut. Like they're
that's extraordinarily common.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever seen the original script for Austin Powers, any of them, Mike Myers went places that he should not have.
I mean, they have not aged well, regardless.
No, they have absolutely not. Those movies are bad, especially like You've got Will Ferrell in brownface.
I always forget about that, but yes, that is a thing.
There's many other things that are wrong with those films, including warcrime.wav. That's a man, baby. It's just like,
Why do we talk about Austin Powers every fucking stream?
I don't know, because it was in the cultural zeitgeist of our youth.
Guess. So
It was very much-
So was Dragon Ball Z, but we don't talk about Dragon Ball Z every stream.
I mean, we can talk about Dragon Ball Z if you want.
Hey, you know what? You know what? How about this? Okay. You
Okay.
ask me some questions that you want to know about Dragon Ball Z, and without looking them up, I'll answer them.
See, that's the thing is, I don't know what I want to know about Dragon Ball Z, because, like, I feel like everything that I feel like I've wanted to know, I have had answered.
Okay, but like, what if you came up with something right now? Like lore-wise, like how Saiyans exist and like
Because
why
I know,
they...
because I know you've explained to me
Probably like
why Saiyans are what they are,
Uh-huh.
and it's because they're supposed to like defend planets. Was it?
no, not in the
Okay.
slightest.
I mean, they were created because Frieza wanted to own all of the planets, right?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead and
Okay.
explain.
So Saiyans are just a race of like kind of humans, half monkeys.
Right.
They get stronger when they almost die.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really important for the show. Because that is what we like to call in the writing world Deus Ex Machina.
Or a MacGuffin.
Not really a MacGuffin.
They're MacGuffins.
Dragon Balls are MacGuffins.
Continue.
Anyway, so the Saiyans are just chilling, right, on planet Vegeta, right? They don't really have any structure.
Well, wait, no, they're on Namek, aren't they?
Those are Namekians are on Namek.
Oh, okay, fuck me then.
Saiyans are on planet Vegeta, which was originally called Planet Plant.
But no, Vegeta was a guy.
Vegeta is two people and a planet.
Why is he two people? He's one man.
Okay, the Vegeta that we know is Vegeta Jr., okay? His dad is also called Vegeta,
okay.
and the planet is also Vegeta.
Oh, that would be like if you were named Earth.
Yeah.
Earth Jr., for that matter.
I think the planet's named after the king. But Vegeta is the prince of all Saiyans, right? And so that's why he's named Vegeta.
That would be...
Because he's named after his dad.
That would also be like if the French conquered the world, and then the world was just renamed Louis.
Yes, I think that's more accurate, yeah.
That's stupid.
Extremely. Okay, so, they're chilling on planet Vegeta, killing things, eating meat. And
Delicious.
then King Cold.
The Saiyans.
Yes, the Saiyans. King Cold, a big horned man, comes to them and is like, "Hey, I have this crazy proposition for you. I'll give you an unlimited amount of people to fight forever, basically, as long as you do everything that I say and swear fealty to me. I'll give you armor. I'll help. I'll do whatever I can as long as I can weaponize you and make a profit off of your destruction."
And the Vegetals are like, hell yeah,
Yes.
all we want to do is beat the shit out of people, so yeah, let's do it.
Yes, that's exactly fucking right. So, King Cold has an organization where they send Saiyans to planets, right?
Okay.
The Saiyans glass that planet,
Okay.
bring it down to like basically just dirt, and then the coalition comes in and prepares it for sale.
They Genesis project it, but for capitalism.
Yeah, but then they sell the planet when they're done.
Yeah, that's
So,
for capitalism.
Yeah. So,
Because you know the Genesis project from Star Trek, right?
I think so. Oh yeah.
Where where they send down the Genesis device and it.
There's that one episode where
it-
the planet is like has like rock people in it in Next Gen. Am I thinking of the right thing?
No, the Genesis device was used in Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan, in order to essentially make a lifeless rock of a planet.
Oh, that's
into a habitable planet, into a Minshara class.
I was thinking about the episode of Next Gen where they go to those the terraformer, the people running the terraforming operation on that one planet, and then like it's like crystal people are inhabitant, and so they're like, you're killing all these people. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're killing all these sentient beings to terraform this planet. You remember that episode?
Why don't I remember that one?
I don't know. It's like crystalline entities, not the crystalline entity, not the big
crystalline
one.
entity.
But it's like there's like crystal beings. It's like rock beings.
I don't remember that for some reason.
And all the scientists that are working on the terraforming operation are like pretty cagey about what's going on, and they keep going like, everything's fine, nothing's wrong, don't pay attention to this man dying.
Was that really early? Was that like season 2?
I think so. It was.
That might be why I don't remember it.
Anyway, back to Dragon Ball Z.
Anyway, yeah. So they Genesis a planet.
Yes, and then they sell it.
Yeah.
Freezer is King Cold's son.
He's very cold.
He, after a long time, King Cold decides to retire and give his organization.
Prince Cold.
Yes, he decides to retire and give his organization to his son,
which makes his name all the stupider.
Who's super strong, and all the Saiyans are afraid of him.
So King Cold is a Frieza guy.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever showed you the image of all the different Frieza forms, but it's the one where he looks like a big buff demon. Like that's the second form Frieza specifically. That's what kind of what King Cold looks like.
Okay, yeah. I just googled an image of King Cold. Yeah, that's a Frieza. That right there, toe to tip, that's a Frieza.
Yeah.
He's got big weird toes.
They all do.
It's weird.
So
anyway,
Frieza is now running the organization. He's a horrible, cruel emperor.
A true capitalist.
Yeah, and so, a Saiyan by the name of Bardock, who's basically, he's like the lowest of the low, but he's like the strongest of all of the low-class Saiyans. Like,
and that's not Goku's dad. Goku's dad is Kakarot, right?
Kakarot's Goku Saiyan's name.
I just felt your blood pressure rise.
Bardock is Goku's dad.
Okay.
I felt I wasn't gonna call you out on intentionally making me upset.
No, I have no idea.
Because I didn't know.
Every time you explain it to me, I'm like, oh, that's really interesting, and then I forget it like a few weeks later when we talk about it again. So no, I genuinely forgot that Bardock is Goku's / Kakarot's dad.
Bardock is Goku's dad. Okay. And
I just wanted to comment that I felt your fucking blood pressure just like spike.
Well, it did. Bardock goes to a planet with his team, and they level it.
They have a good time.
They have a great, fantastic time. Bardock's like, it doesn't get any better than this, and he's like, there's no way this can go tits up. And then there's one alien who survives, and then he gives Bardock future sight.
Okay.
And so Bardock sees the destruction of Planet Vegeta.
Okay.
In his future sight, and so
because Vegeta is like on the chopping block, right?
And
Frieza is like, hey, I'm gonna make this planet another one of these.
No, it's okay. Not like there's no indication like besides him seeing this vision. There's no indication that he's gonna let the glass his planet. Like there's no indicator. Because the Saiyans are useful. Like why would he glass a planet that is useful to him? So Bardock's completely confused like this. He thinks it's just like a fluke. But he starts to get really fucking paranoid. He's in recovery because of this, and so they send his team out. They get fucking killed, every single one of them. He goes to save them after he gets out of recovery, and it turns out that the Frieza force, Frieza's personal army, killed them. So he's like, oh fuck, my vision was right. I have to tell literally everyone. And so he gets the...
I have to make my son, Goku.
He gets the shit kicked out of him. Goku's already off planet by this point, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, I have to literally tell every Saiyan that exists. So he goes to this big room where everyone's getting drunk and fucking each other. And he's like, hey, listen, I think Frieza might, like, try to kill us soon. And everyone's like, why would he do that? And he's like, well, I saw it in a dream, and everyone starts laughing at him. He's like, fuck you, I'm gonna go kill him myself.
I mean, yeah, fair.
So,
if someone came to you and was like, hey, I had a dream that this guy's gonna kill the president, and you would be laughed off.
I mean, true. So he's like, I'm gonna go stand up to Frieza myself. Fuck every single one of you. I hope you all die in a horrible planet-based explosion. And so he goes up there knowing that Frieza is millions of times stronger than he is, and he makes his last stand. And all of Vegeta blows up, and there's like 4 Saiyans left after that.
It's like the Jedi.
Kinda. It's more,
okay,
it's more Krypton.
Here's a question I had.
Sure.
Why is Namek that important? Because I remember watching the series when I was a kid, and it was like really, like it was ramping up the whole time to Namek being destroyed.
Okay.
Why is Namek more important than other planets?
This is a very good question.
Thank you.
So, there is, to answer this question, I have to kind of give a little bit of backstory.
Please do. I hope you would.
So the Dragon Balls, right? All 7 little mystical orbs that if you get all of them together,
you get a wish.
You get a wish. They aren't really magic. They're alien devices.
But everyone's already aliens in this series.
Yeah, but the Dragon Balls are like alien mystical devices, kind of.
Sure.
So Kami, who is the Guardian of Earth, I think is his official title. He is Namekian. He is a green man. And he is the one who made the Dragon Balls.
Okay.
You need a Namekian to make the Dragon Balls.
Like, full stop. Mm-hmm. No one else can make these things.
True. So, Piccolo and Kami used to be one person.
Okay.
They used to be one being. But in order for Kami to become the Guardian of Earth, he had to let go of all of his evil inside, and that made Piccolo. That's why Piccolo's, like, in Dragon Ball, he's, like, super evil. He's the big bad of Dragon Ball. Like, he's horribly evil.
Okay.
And so, if Piccolo were to die...
Oh, that guy! Okay. Yeah, old Piccolo.
Yes. If Piccolo were to die for whatever reason, Kami would die, and then the Dragon Balls would just become giant rocks, essentially. They'd be useless.
Okay.
So Piccolo dies in the scrap with the Saiyans, Nappa and Vegeta, when they come to Earth.
Yep.
Piccolo gets killed. And so, the balls are inert.
They were in my other pants pocket.
Mm-hmm. The Dragon Balls are completely like, just rocks.
The balls are inert.
So, they're like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, half of our friends are dead. Like, Goku is in the hospital. Like, Gohan and Krillin are both, like, horribly recovering. That's one of my favorite clips, Vid, is when Piccolo goes, "It doesn't make a bit of difference, you guys."
Only, it doesn't make a bit of difference, you guys.
The balls are inert.
The balls are inert. God.
Dende's gone.
I remember that fucking meme from fucking 2008.
Yes.
2007, frankly.
So they decide. Well, they find out that because for the longest time they just thought Piccolo was a demon. They didn't think he was a space alien.
Okay.
So once they find out that, okay, well, we have a spaceship, because Mr. Popo comes down and tells them that he has a spaceship. And he's like, I have a Namekian spaceship that can get you to Namek in like a month. It's like the other side of the solar system, the other side of the universe. We could get you there in like a fucking month. And everyone's like, oh, well, if we go to Namek,
Neat.
where
Well, that's
Namekians
convenient.
are, we could use their Dragon Balls to bring back our Dragon Balls, and then wish all our friends back.
Well, wait, hang on. If you go to the other side of the universe and get their Dragon Balls, did their Dragon Balls not work the same as the regular ones?
Okay, excellent question.
Because that sounds like if you call the thing the same thing, it's gonna do the same thing.
So, they summon the dragon differently on Namek. You need to speak Namekian, and so they like Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma are the first three people from our the Z fighters that go, and they're like, yeah, if we just get all 7 Dragon Balls, like it'll be fine. It turns out
speak
like
Namekian.
no. So there's a really funny scene where Krillin's like, he tries to summon the dragon, and nothing fucking happens. And so he's like, do I need to say like certain words or something? And then they meet
Speak friend and enter?
a little green boy named Dende, who's a very important character later.
I remember Dende.
And
Vaguely.
he's like, Parunga, come out here, come on, you silly guy. And so Parunga gets Piccolo back to life.
Small Piccolo.
Transports Piccolo to Namek. And then Guru dies. So Guru is Fat Piccolo.
Yeah, okay, yep.
He's the one who is made the Dragon Balls on Namek. And so he dies from grief, I do believe, because
From cancer.
Because Frieza's army was like going around like murdering Namekians to try to find out where the Dragon Balls were.
And they want the Dragon Balls to have the wish so that they can be all powerful.
Frieza wants to become immortal. That's his main wish, and so does Vegeta at the time.
Yeah, because Vegeta was a bad boy at that point.
You had like a glimmer of him becoming a good guy right around the Ginyu saga, but he was still bad.
He was a bad man.
He did some fucked up shit in the Namek saga.
Something over 9,000.
But that's the wrong saga, but yes. But yeah, that's why Namek's so important. Namekians are there, and they make wish dragons.
Gotcha. Okay. So they make the dragons.
Yeah.
They make the Dragon Balls that summon the dragon.
So they kind of make both.
Why? Okay, so they make the dragon?
It's not... I can't remember if it's explained super well, but when Kami fuses with Piccolo, the balls become a nerd, right? Mm-hmm. Because they are one being again, and Kami's the one who made
he
Dragon
left
Balls.
it in his left it in his other pants pocket.
Sure. So they're like, okay, well, the Dragon Balls are gone. What the fuck are we gonna do? So Goku goes to New Namek because Namek gets destroyed. He goes to New Namek and he's like, Dende, I want you to come live on Earth and make a dragon for us. Can you do that? He's like, I mean, I guess I could probably do that.
Because he's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's a little fella, and so he grabs him, takes him to Earth, and then there's a little like statue of Shenron, kind of like this one, except this is way cooler than the one they have in the show. My girlfriend bought me this, by the way. I haven't shown it off yet. Hold on, let me.
Oh yeah.
This little Shenron statue. It's really cool. So,
the dragon. Okay,
mm-hmm, yeah. So they have a little baby Shenron statue, and he's like, "Yeah, this is. I can make your dragon using this, and I can make him grant 2 wishes instead of 1."
I bought this from the Funko Corp. I think I can use it.
Yeah, essentially. And so yeah, they kind of need like the They do a ritual, and then all the balls that are like just rocks on the planet come back to life because the dragon is like active again.
The dragon, rock the dragon.
Dragon ball. Yeah.
Oh God! Finally, Jesus.
Yeah, this
Getting
one's
that fucking wall.
This one's big.
There's so much here that needs to be cleaned by the high power ends.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's cool. I'm listening very intently to this lore. I like it a lot.
I think that just about answers your question. I'd hope so, at least.
Cool. Because like the thing that I remember the most, and I did not watch the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember Namek being destroyed was a very, very important plot point.
Yep.
And I remember it. I remember vividly, like, when it happened, I was inspired to create art in the form of Microsoft Paint, where I created a reddish circle that was Namek, and then I used the spray paint tool to make little orange circles, and those were the explosions that were blowing Namek up.
That's cool.
I also remember I drew, I think it was Gohan when he fused with Trunks. Goten, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I drew like that.
That's
moment.
Gotenks, little man.
Yeah. And I actually sent it in to, I think it was still, it was still Adult Swim at that point. I actually like mailed it to them in hopes that they would that they would show, because they would do that. They would like show off people's art that they had made.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember ever seeing mine, but I don't remember if I was watching particularly intently. Like if I had remembered that I had done that, because that's very me to forget that I did something.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something that I did.
I never did that. I remember writing letters, I think, to William Street, talking about I love Goku. But yeah, I don't really recall ever writing in and like doing art or anything.
I kind of wish I still had that, because I remember being really proud of it at the time. It's probably trash because, I was a child, but at the same time, it was probably pretty good. I don't know. It is genuinely like the world of Dragon Ball Z. It is a genuinely very well built world, and
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Like everything, anytime you like lore dump onto me about this kind of stuff, I am rapt. You have my attention. I love that kind of shit. I love seeing the world building of various, like, very large franchises like that. Because it kind of... I just really like peeking behind the curtain,
Yeah.
Seeing how the sausage is made.
Sure.
Because that's, like, one of my main, like, creative hobbies is world building. So to see like how other people approach that sort of media or create that sort of media, it's really interesting to me, because it's like, how did you get, like, here's the plot point. How did you get from plot points, inception to now here it is in context, that kind of a thing.
Sure.
It's one reason I'm a big fan of history in general. It's just like I'm a big fan of context.
Mm-hmm.
So I love context. I love knowing how a thing became a thing.
Yeah.
I gotta change my music again.
I just like talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's great. I love your enthusiasm. I love hearing you talk about it.
I have far too much knowledge about it, and I like sharing that abundance of knowledge.
God, now I'm trying to come up with a question for you that I haven't asked.
Sure.
Because, like, I feel like if I were to ask the same question, it's just like, you've explained this before, why don't I remember it? Oh, because I'm dumb. So, I don't know. I really do enjoy hearing you, go off about Dragon Ball Z. It's very cool.
Straight up goosh about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ooh, get everyone wet. Everyone wet with DBZ knowledge.
Well, speaking of being wet, we're washing.
We're washing.
There is a picture of Goku punching Gohan that makes me laugh really hard. Because of how angry Goku looks in it.
Is it like the Batman meme where he's slapping
Yeah,
Robin?
kinda. It kinda looks like that. It's the same angle.
It's very good.
Because like Gohan's about to fly off to go confront Cell, and like Goku teleports, like transmissions in front of him and just like punches him in the face. He's like, "You're gonna get yourself killed. Like, don't fucking do that, you dumbass."
I do remember.
He's like, "Dad, you fucking hit me."
Vaguely.
Yeah.
It was good. I remember enjoying it, and then Majin Buu happened, and I'm like, this is kind of fun too. And then
That's where a lot of people lost interest.
I don't know. I don't know if I lost interest or like, because I wasn't following every single episode.
Sure.
I was just kind of catching, occasional strings of an episode or of like a series.
A lot of people agree that it should have, like, Z probably should have ended after Cell. It's hard to improve upon, like, or at least like the original plan was to have Gohan take up the mantle. Like the story was not going to be about Goku anymore.
Sure. Even though Goku became Pikachu.
But like Goku's popularity was so high, Akira Toriyama was like, yeah, we
He's
can
like,
keep
God
going
damn
with
it,
that."
I have to make this the main character, don't I?
And so Gohan, the first part of the Majin Buu saga, Gohan goes to high school, and it's a weird slice of life anime for a little while. And then he's training his girlfriend how to fly and stuff, and
yeah, I do remember liking. I mean, I feel like I liked the Majin Buu stuff. I don't remember Gohan in high school. I just remember him being like all grown up.
He's 17, 18.
Yeah, he's all grown up at that point.
Yeah.
He's no longer a baby, and
I can't remember how long the time skip is. Because he's 14 when he kills Cell?
Jesus.
14, 15?
Okay.
Because he's 5 at the beginning of the series.
Right.
And so I think...
He's a little guy.
I think he beats Cell like at 14, 15, and then by the time... I think he's like 17, 18. at the beginning of the Boo saga. But yeah, if they would have stuck with him as the main character, I feel like people would have been more receptive. But
I feel like they probably would have, but Goku just has that, like, it's fucking Goku.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like no argument for any other character leading what we know as Dragon Ball Z, because he was the main character in Dragon Ball, and then he was the main character for most of Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, yeah, everybody knows and loves Goku.
It's true. They could have taken Gohan in an interesting direction. Is my main argument. Like, I feel like it would have been a little bit more fresh, because like, how many times can you really travel down the Goku wins lol kind of? I mean, I get it. I understand why they kept going with it, because like, it'd be weird to not have him in it. Like, he'd still be in it. It's just way a way background role, and like, he would have kind of faded into the background like a lot of Dragon Ball characters did in Z. But
it would be the same as if in Pokemon they had the one season with Ash, and then they moved on to another protagonist.
I disagree.
Nobody would have given a shit.
It would have been different for sure than the situation you're describing. It would have been like,
but it would have been
8 seasons with Ash, and then they changed over to like one of Ash's friends. Like that's what it would have been.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're that's kind of more what I was going for, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's, or even if they kept Ash as the main character, but like after Kalos, they decided Pikachu gotta go.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
And that would be the equivalent of getting rid of Goku as the main character. I would be fine with that personally, but I haven't watched the anime since Orange Isles.
It was right after Kanto.
Uh-huh. Because I'm old.
With Casey instead of Brock.
Yup, with Casey instead of Brock, because Brock stayed behind with that one professor.
Yeah, he was plowing,
and then every time
her every time.
Oh, absolutely, getting that puss. And then as soon as everyone mentions Professor Ivy's name, he just goes, "Don't mention that name," and then he just gets sad. It's like, dude, just say you fucked. Come on.
Yeah. Forgot about Professor Ivy.
Total 10 out of 10 baddie smoke show. I mean, she was in that outfit with that coat on like a tropical island. Hello? Yeah.
And then Casey fucks Ash's mom.
Yes. Yeah, Casey stays behind with Ash's mom, takes care of the Mr. Mime, maybe jerks it off every now and then, but fucks Ash's mom for certain.
Mr. Mime fucks Ash's mom. Casey gets to watch.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Excuse me. Casey is cucked by Mr. Mime.
Yes. Poke-cucked.
Oh, poke-cucked.
Rough life. Rough life to be living.
Oh, that'd be the worst.
My mime, Mr. Mime.
I can't sketch this. His last name was Sketchit.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, Tracy Sketchit.
Tracy, that's right.
Because his first name was Tracy, his last name was Sketchit. Maybe Pokemon wasn't a good series.
Wasn't. I'm a firm believer that it wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't.
People were like, Ash finally won his Pokemon shit. It took him this fucking long?
It took him what?
Dumbass?
Nearly 25 years?
You realize how many times I've fucking beaten a Pokemon game in the time that it takes him to fucking beat one championship, you fucking stupid idiot?
Right? Like, I even go with the headcanon that...
You should have done the Indigo League, you fucking stupid bitch.
Well, yeah, he got to do that. But I am of the headcanon that Pokemon trainers, as like you and I know them as like catch 'em all, train 'em all, is extraordinarily rare given the number of people that you come across that have like two Pokemon, maybe three, and they're more than likely the same type.
Sometimes
like,
even the same Pokemon.
Yeah, sometimes even the same Pokemon. Like the fisherman who sends out 6 Magikarp at you. No, I think that like you as the protagonist have the ability to train any number of different types of Pokemon and to have that kind of a diverse team, whereas like the day-to-day, Lass Joni or Bug Catcher
Phil.
Jack or whatever. Yeah, those types of people, like, they're specialized. They know exactly what like a bug type Pokemon is going to need, what kind of care that needs. So it's like they are a horse vet instead of a generalized veterinarian,
Okay.
or like they are an OBGYN as opposed to a heart surgeon.
A doctor.
That too. But point is, in order to like raise different types of Pokemon, you have to know like the certain idiosyncrasies of those Pokemon. You have to know how to care for that specific type, and you have to like contend with different species of Pokemon's nature and what they are, how they act, how they do their shit. So I think that a Pokemon trainer somehow has the aptitude or the inherent knowledge to have that kind of a team and make it, propel you to the end of the story. Because it's like rock type, you would expect like a fighting type Pokemon to have different care needs than a flying type Pokemon, than an ice type Pokemon, than a ground type Pokemon. And if you're just a regular Joe, if you're just a regular, trainer on the field or whatever, maybe you only have the money or the aptitude to take care of one type of Pokemon, because you're not building like these enormous like every single type facilities. You've only got your one house, you've got your backyard. Maybe you're just an old lady with an Oddish, and that's fine.
Several Oddishes.
Yeah. They keep multiplying and you don't know why, because an egg shows up and you're like, I can't make an omelet with that. I'll just leave it where it is.
I have a hypothetical for you. Okay. If you knew somebody who only had 6 Machamps, and every time he won a fight, the Machamp would run over and hug him and kiss him and stuff, and he'd do that with every single one. Would you think he's fucking that Machamp?
Yes, 100%. Like, I don't think. I feel like in a world where Pokemon do exist, I feel like it would have to have like similar, like, I hesitate to call it bestiality laws, but that's the vibe, I have a feeling like it would be at least a little bit illegal to have a relationship, so you couldn't fuck your Gardevoir all you wanted. I feel like that would be outlawed, if not outright, not even taboo, just like icky.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yes, I have to agree. Because they're like pets, right?
Yeah, they're like pets. They're like powerful machines.
But they're like partners too. You know,
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
partners.
like
Ideally, a Pokemon is your partner.
yeah, not in that way.
Not in that way. Not in that way. Because, like...
Oh, okay. Follow-up question.
Okay.
How often do you think in the Pokemon world, right, that people have to go to court for fucking their Pokemon?
I would hope that...
Terrence, we can't keep meeting like this.
Terrence, you're gonna have to release your Gardevoir. I'm so sorry.
No! I love her
specifically. No, I think that I feel like there would be an initial, like, before a certain point it happened with enough regularity that it would have to be taboo or outlawed. And then at a certain point in Poke society, it's just understood that people don't fucking do that shit.
I can't even remember how we got here.
I don't. It started with Dragon Ball Z.
It
ended with people having their Gardevoirs taken away from them.
Which should be.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
I
freaks.
had a point I wanted to... Oh, okay, so... There's a little bit of this in Sword Shield with the curry system, but this is mostly in Scarlet Violet with the sandwiches.
Sure.
You have prosciutto, you have bacon, you have ham, you have beef patties.
Yeah.
Animals as we know them explicitly do not exist in the Pokemon universe, right?
Yes.
So that means that they are, in fact, farming, ranching, and butchering Pokemon for food.
Yeah, of course.
Because, like, I knew that was...
in the anime.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's almost never explicitly stated, but, like, I had the thought today of just, like, if I choose to make a sandwich out of prosciutto, am I making that out of a spoink? Am I making that out of a grump pig? You know, those are the first two. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then there's the two new pig Pokemon that
Lechonk and...
Lechonk and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
those two. Yeah, I know. Like, are those being, like, butchered and then salted and cured in order to make that tasty prosciutto?
Well, in my last stream, I showed everyone the video of that dude butchering, like, the Kanto starters and, like, making food out of them. And so it's, like, Squirtle soup and, like, roasted Bulbasaur. And, I mean, like, I imagine it happens. Like, I imagine... I imagine there are Pokemon that are on the endangered list, right? That you can't eat.
Oh yeah, the rare ones.
Or Pokemon that have, like, no good meat on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine they, like... Because, like, fucking Magikarp are breedable, like, super breedable.
Oh yeah, Magikarp are one of the most common water types.
They're fucking everywhere. So I imagine it's, like... If you need something, like, good, like, you could just fish out a Magikarp, cook it up, eat it.
Oh yeah, because you don't want to fish out an Alamamala. That's all bones.
Yeah, or like a fucking a Trubbish. You don't want to go.
You don't want a Goldeen. That's not. There's nothing there. There's no meat. It's just a tiny little fish. Seeking are just too aggressive. They're gonna break your fishing stuff. Gyarados, good luck.
Will kill you.
Mm-hmm. Gyarados will kill you before you kill him.
Yeah.
Like, I really want an exploration of, like, how actually deadly and devastating Pokemon are. Because, like, when you have a creature that is taller than you and can breathe a jet of, like, napalm for several seconds, or if you have... you know, a little guy who is about waist high and can just eat a mountain. Or balloons that carry children away. I can't imagine those would be entirely acceptable to society.
Well,
Because, like, obviously there's a bond between, human and Pokemon. But at the same time, like, when you see in these games now that we have, where Pokemon are out and about in the wild and you can see them before, like, running into tall grass, how you see just, like, a Shinx just walking around, none of the Pokemon are fighting each other. Like, at all. Ever. They only start fighting each other when you, as a person, tells them to.
it's true.
That's fucked up.
I'm looking up eating like 20. There's a list here. 20 confirmed Pokemon that humans eat.
I mean, Slowpoke is one of them. Magikarp.
There's Alcreme.
Yep.
Knackle.
Alcreme.
The salt boy.
Yep.
The little
The
salt
salt.
man.
I love my little salt guy.
Toad School.
Wait, what? Really?
The little mushroom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they shed their
Tentacle.
flaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I thought of Poliwhirl for a second. I was like,
Cloth.
that's not the same.
The giant crab.
Yep. They drop their claws.
Shuckle.
Yep. It makes juice.
Kingler.
King crab legs.
Barraskewda.
Really?
I guess so. Gabite, apparently. Appleton, because it's a fucking
an
apple. Slowpoke,
It's an apple.
yeah.
It evolves into an apple pie, etc.
Chansey.
Slowpoke.
Egg. Farfetch'd.
The leak.
Uh,
I have been in this corner.
It's a
for
very
like
delicious
half an
duck
hour.
when cooked alongside its leek.
Yes.
Okay. Cherubi, Sharpedo, Crabrawler,
yeah.
Basculin, Seadra they eat, Clauncher, Crawdont.
Seadra? Seadra I would not peg as particularly
I could
edible.
read it here. Seadra isn't exactly eaten by humans. Instead, its poisonous barbs can be used to make different kinds of medicines. Considering that the Pokedex discusses how violent this Pokemon could be when approached, it is inferred that Seadra isn't just going to let you take its barbs off its body.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
Anyway. I'd eat the fuck out of some Pokemon. Some of them look so fucking delicious.
Like, especially, I mean, have you played Scarlet Violet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make the sandwiches. You make a good-looking sandwich. Oh, hell yeah.
I mean,
I would eat one of those in a heartbeat.
You can make, like, Slowpoke tail curry. Like, you make Kingler curry in Sword and Shield.
Cloth crab sticks.
Yeah.
That one is explicit.
Yeah.
Like, they make no allusion to, like, oh yeah, these crab sticks, yeah, it's cloth.
I mean, it's never really, like, explicitly talked about. Like, it's not like...
Other than the Slowpoke tails, yeah. They don't say, like, what the Brajou is. What is the bacon? Where's it coming from? Like, is this responsibly sourced on a happy farm? Was this Lechonk happy when it was slaughtered?
No.
Well, then I don't want it.
It's cruelty approved. Cruelty guaranteed.
Well, then I don't want it.
Okay. Pulls out gun, shoot you.
Oh, I'm dead.
See?
I've been responsibly eliminated.
Consumes you.
Oh, I am consumed.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, finally! God!
This is taking forever.
This fucking wall. It was like
Oh,
half
you
of
did?
it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, look at this shit. This wall was like half graffiti that only came off with the Wiggler.
Damn.
Ugh. I need more water. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna take a big sip of water myself, actually. What's the most troubling Pokemon you guys would eat? Like something that doesn't even seem like it'd be good food, but you'd try it. I'd try a Mudsdale.
Mudsdale, I could. I mean, that's horse. That's just like dirty horse. I would think the most disturbing is anything human shaped.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
Would you try Gardevoir?
Would you eat Would you? Not that way. Would you eat Gallade? Would you eat Mr. Mime? Would you eat a Jinx?
I would eat
steak?
a Mr. Mime. I would eat the fuck out of
spite.
a Mr. Yeah.
I would eat a Mr. Mime out of spite.
Pure spite. Because I hate it.
But just like you think of, or even like a Scyther.
Yeah, that one's because it's a bug. You imagine
it's a bug, and it's also human shaped.
Yeah, vaguely.
2 legs, 2 arms. It's standing up on those legs. It's vague. It is humanoid shaped enough where it looks like a dude in like ninja armor.
Dante said, if somebody fed me a steak and afterwards told me it was Mr. Mime, I would not be upset if it was good. I love that. That's like the. What if it was? What if it tasted like a clown?
What if it tasted funny?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
this tastes funny. Huh? That's funny. It's a Mr. Mime.
It's funny that you say that. No, I am of the mind where like, if someone gives me a meat and says, "Here, eat this," and I'm like, "Oh, this is pretty good. What is it?" and they tell me what it is, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, neat. Don't know if I'll have that again, but hey, that's pretty good."
Yeah. I feel like it'd be the same thing.
I mean, unless it was like I asked, "Hey, what exactly was this?" and then they go, "Oh, it was my grandmother." I would kind of gag a little bit. I would be like, "Hey, I would be like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And then if they explained like, "Oh yeah, she was ethically sourced." I mean, I have an ethically sourced grandma.
She wanted it to be this way. She wanted to be fed to you.
It was, and then you produce the will that just says, "Yes, cook me and eat me." I'd be like, "All right, yeah, sure, fine." I doubt I will ever eat human meat again, but like, hey, good on you, bud.
Okay, and
thanks, Grandma.
It comes back to the question, right? Would you try human meat if you knew that it was human meat and you knew it was ethically sourced?
Yes.
I would absolutely 100%.
Oh, 100%. There was a story on Reddit that I saw.
Man eating foot taco.
Yeah, the foot taco. You saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it was that sort of scenario where I had a friend who's like, "Hey, my leg got fucked up in an accident and I asked if they would let me keep it and I made it into like, meat," I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude. I want to try that."
I mean, I would. You don't want to eat the brain though.
If they're
that can
offering,
there's a lot of chemicals in that that'll fuck you up. But
yep. That's more with frequent cannibalism. Mm-hmm. But like, if someone I know and loved and trusted gave me that opportunity and assured me, with documentation or whatever, that everything was above board, this wasn't like some Uyghur prisoner who was executed for, being Muslim in China, and, something like that. If it was all above board, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. The most dangerous game.
Okay.
And then, like, the brain problems really only happen with repeated exposure to cannibalism. It's not like you eat one and you turn to shit.
I don't like beef brain to begin with. So like,
I have not had brain, and I don't think that's one thing I feel like trying.
It's not great. It's good in eggs. That's about it. But like, genuinely, like, I wouldn't eat human brain. I'd eat like a leg.
Oh yeah.
I'd try some leg.
If this was like a rib roast, or like a cut of leg, like a shank or something,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, sure. Serve it up.
Okay. Here's my limit though. I do not
Okay.
think I could eat someone who is like deceased. I do not think I could eat, like, even if it's ethically sourced, I do not think I could eat a part of someone knowing that they are deceased.
Like if it was your buddy, I'm not gonna name anybody.
Sure.
If it was your buddy and they said, hey, this was a piece of my cousin. He passed away last week. This is what he wanted.
He wanted to be eaten? I don't know if that's anyone's dying wish, bud.
I don't know. I'm trying to make it sound like appealing in a way.
Okay.
In that sort of sense. Like
you have a
like
group
it
of friends,
was-
right? You have a group
Yeah,
of
yeah,
friends
yeah.
that live in your hometown. You've known them your entire fucking life, right?
They're your best friends.
One of them gets sick in a way where it doesn't spoil the meat whatsoever. Like it is 100% still safe to eat. And all of you have had discussions about whether or not you'd try to eat human meat at some point in your life if it was ethically sourced, right? Like your friend group kind of just has that conversation a lot for whatever reason. And
just
so
like the one guy is just a little too into it.
yeah, this person gets real sick and says it's my final wish that all of you, my very close circle of friends, would dine upon a part of my flesh.
I'd do it.
I don't know if I could.
I would, because this is in this scenario, this is a very close friend, someone who is close to me personally. And I feel like, I mean, there is the cliche of like consuming you is making you a part of me. But at the same time, there's kind of a beautiful poetry in that, where this person who had been so close to you emotionally can then like express their wish of wanting to be part of you physically. That's kind of romantic.
I just don't think I could. Like, knowing that first of all, I'd be a wreck.
And that's fair.
Right?
No, I'm not trying to tell you you're wrong.
No,
Like,
and
that's totally
I
valid.
do just want to, like, but I'm trying to just explain my, like, thought process.
Yeah.
It's, I would be a wreck, first of all. Like,
100%.
losing someone is really fucking hard, and
100%.
and it's not something that I wish upon anyone. I don't want anyone to, like, have that kind of pain in their heart. But, like, so then you have to parse that emotion and also his last wish of eat me.
Or her.
Or her. I'm thinking of my friend group, and my 5 closest friends are all dudes, okay? So
Fair.
So
It's just that old joke of trying to be PC.
yeah, or her.
Or she.
Anyway, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could.
And that's totally valid, you know. That's I totally get being skeezed out by that sort of thing, or just like it's not in your oeuvre.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, personally, if this was someone that I was close with, I would feel like it is. I would feel like it is the cliche of making you a part of me or whatever, and I'm okay with that because it's like this is a person I cared about, and now in a way they become part of you, like physically, like truly. I like the idea. I think the idea of it is romantic. I get why you wouldn't.
Like if I
100%. I totally.
I couldn't. I wouldn't ask anyone to do that. I wouldn't. It's just not something that I'd want to put on anyone, especially through like emotional turmoil.
Well, especially like if you also add another caveat where the meat will be frozen for an indefinite amount of time until such time has passed that the emotional turmoil of their loss has diminished, where you feel like you can finally do it.
I think in that scenario, right? I would need it to be butchered and then frozen, so that the emotional connection of it being my friend would kind of start
Would
to
have been
fade.
dulled at that point, yeah.
Because it's butchered meat. It's just gonna look like any meat.
It is, yeah.
Right?
It's red, it's muscly, it's the idea being that enough time, a sufficient amount of time has passed where you feel like you are emotionally ready to fulfill this quest that you have been given. To put it in a strange way. Are wills not just quests?
I guess. It's just a quest where you don't have to
Quests for
do
the
anything
remaining.
and you just get stuff.
Yeah. I mean, how many other quests are literally just go to place, go to next location, and talk to next character?
Final Fantasy 14 is like just about every other quest.
Yeah, basically.
We talk about cannibalism a lot, don't we?
Do we?
Eh,
I didn't think we did that much.
at least
but,
our fair share, at least.
I could see why you would get that idea. Yeah. I mean, bringing it up. I mean, at least once is something that I think most people tend to do.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone's had that.
At the very least, the
ethically
intrusive
sourced,
thought.
yeah, thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we've all had intrusive thoughts about just like, getting a baseball bat and beating someone's teeth in.
Oh yeah,
you know?
100%.
And so that's like, I feel like that's worse than eating ethically sourced human meat. So it's, it's whatever. I guess it's how you prioritize stuff. Like for me, I prioritize like violence very low. I am a borderline pacifist. I just believe.
Oh,
like,
I'm full on pacifist.
just about everything can be solved without violence. I would say in any normal person's day to day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it ever needs to escalate to that level.
It doesn't. Like I don't believe that being slightly annoying is grounds for, losing your life, but it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me.
It was my turn on the Xbox. I fucking hate that interview so fucking much. They interviewed the kid. He's like, it was my turn on the PS2. And then like people are like, hey, it's clearly video games that's the problem, not this mentally scarred child. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, blame something else other than.
It's video games.
Meanwhile, millions upon millions upon millions of people play video games every single day and don't have thoughts like that.
No, it's video games. This evil.
This isolated incident must be video games.
Satan is inside the Switch.
I mean, that's true. I mean, Pikachu is the name of a Sumerian demon.
Mm-hmm. And those Sumerians, they got it right because they're still around.
No, Sumeria is a bustling metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We just have to find it. It's like Atlantis.
we just have to find it in its homeland of Iraq.
Are there any conspiracy theories that you genuinely believe?
I had this thought the other day, just kind of trying to assess myself, just like a self-reflection thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Hey, Trina.
Hi, Trina. There was definitely one that I ascribe to that doesn't mean anything to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I sincerely believe that the Sonic the Hedgehog movie initial design snafu was entirely engineered to drum up hype.
100%.
Even though, like, I have also heard stories from people who are like, yeah, I know a guy who worked in that team and they had no idea. And it's like, yeah, that's just exactly the kind of corporate shit that they would do. You know?
Audio for the stream only? Okay.
What's going on?
Watching a TikTok.
People ask me all the time how I got so good at boxing. What's my secret?
Yeah, that's
This is the
like
best
the
feedback
only
you'll
real conspiracy theory that
ever
I think
have.
anything of. There's probably more. I just don't think about it.
His screams are just like
My mind
motivation for me.
Are you watching a TikTok? You're streaming.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Trina made me watch a TikTok of a woman using a man's nutsack as a speed bag.
Alright, that was worth it.
How did I get so good at boxing? This is the best speed bag someone could ask for.
Jesus.
You've been cackling at that video for the last 15 minutes.
Of course you have.
I'd fucking punch before the video ends. Bruh, I am... That is, like, not something I'm into.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it is funny. It's just caught me completely off guard. Just wouldn't expect that to be on TikTok. I love the dude laugh. Hold on. I need to watch again. Give me a sec. Hold on. Let's play this again. Just audio all the way up for the viewers on stream.
People ask me all the time how I got so good at boxing. What's my secret? This is the best speed bag you'll ever have. His screams are just like motivation for me.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
His screams are just like motivation for me. Oh my god. That man paid to... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen the... That reminds me of the old Why Does Kid You Know sketch where it's Sam and Trevor in like an S&M club. They're like the dominatrixes. And then Zach is like on a crucifix or like one of those like big X's. And like, hey honey, you could be a little rough with me. I like him healthy. And so Sam rears back and fucking punches Zach in the face, like, hard. He's like, ah! I can't, you punched me so hard I can't remember my safe word.
I feel like that's one I've seen, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
That's because you know so fucking funny.
They were fantastic.
We're going on, I think 2 years that Trevor's been dead.
Yeah.
Damn.
A gallon of PCP?
Still, I think the one that I quote the most is, guys, I don't know what any of you were talking about. I'm a doctor, for crying out loud. Now, do any of you want tongue depressors? If none of you want to buy tongue depressors, you're going to have to get out of the doctor building. We heard there was a disturbance. We came down here as soon as we could. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck is a bicycle? That's, oh my god, that line makes me laugh so fucking hard. Used twos are under arrest. Come. Judge, this is bullcrap. There's not one bicycle guy on this jury. Jury, what do you guys think? I'm just a mom. I'm a businessman and I agree with him. Trevor always like said like, don't be sad that he's gone. Like, just kind of make fun of the fact that he's dead. And I think that's really funny because like the first statement that the rest of the Wise Kids did, he's like, Trevor who? They were just like making fun of the fact that like. I think it's so fucking funny.
That's very good. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like any of the eulogies of Graham Chapman of Monty Python.
Yeah.
How like Cleese just like opened up with Graham Chapman is dead, and it just went on and on like that. It was very funny. I am not in a state of mind to provide that entire monologue because I also haven't watched it in years. But
hey, like Trina, I have a question for you. If it was ethically sourced, would you eat human meat? You see, yeah, I feel like a lot of people would. I feel like it's a pretty like
what if even if like the certification was kind of sketchy?
No.
Yeah,
that's
the certification would have to be like 100%.
I'd have to get a second opinion. Like I'd have to get like 2 people to check that shit.
That you gotta have two FA on when you want to eat ethically sourced human meat.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I still hold that I absolutely would. 100%.
That's when you're eating like large quantities. If you were eating like a fajita with human meat,
yeah,
like, I feel like it'd be fine.
Yeah, if you are prolonged engaging in cannibalism, then yes, you do get those weird brain effects. But this is just like a one-time thing. Like you have this one opportunity. Mm-hmm. One shot, one opportunity,
or maybe like a quarter-pound burger or something.
Take it or let it slip.
You know, like something light like that. You know,
or like a steak, like a shank.
I don't know about a steak. That seems like
I'd eat it. If someone served me up a rump roast, a glute roast.
Yeah, just like once. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, Trina, here's the other part of the hypothetical that Spader and I disagree on. If you are like really good friends with somebody, right? And their dying wish is for you and all of their other friends to eat like a part of them, would you do that? Because one of my bigger hang-ups about it is I would need to know that the person's not deceased. Mm-hmm. Like it's a mental thing for me.
And for me, I think I'd be fine with it if it was like explicitly a desire of the person. Like if it was in their will, like this person, this person, this person, this person, and this person are, you know, I want them to consume a last bit of my flesh, and I was in that list, I'd be like, I'm kind of weirded out right now personally, but you know, and they give you like a, you know, the meat will be frozen for as long as it takes for you to, you know, emotionally cope with that or cope with the loss or something, or that kind of a thing.
I
went on a tangent. I apologize.
I just don't know if I
point
could.
Is,
I just
really
don't know.
If it was asked of me, I could do it.
I don't.
After a time, I would have to grieve and go through that process, and that would be inherent in the conditions. I would presume.
I feel like even if they asked me to, I would feel like I'm doing something wrong.
And that's fine.
Like, it really does, I think, come down to the guilt of it. Like, I am...
But, like, you have no... Like,
they have... I
die.
know they have no agency after they die. I understand that, but...
Yeah, and Trina, I that's kind of what I brought up earlier, is, like, it's kind of a thing of, like, I was extremely close to this person emotionally in life, and in consuming their flesh, there's a physical closeness that is different, and I that's kind of the point that I was starting to make. My mouth is so fucking dry.
Oh, it's not a song.
Yes, While Alive is the that's the better option. But
like a fried piece of skin or something, like jerky.
I could like a little slice of belly. Like they got really weird liposuction and it like took out a whole slab of their midsection.
I don't know. Apparently it wasn't a very good meal to begin with anyway, though. Kind of too chewy. It's a damn shame. It's almost midnight.
Oh God!
All right, we're over halfway done with this. Okay, we'll just knock it out next time.
Yep.
Okay.
That'll work.
Fucking Christ. But yeah, cannibalism talk aside, guys. So
I think it was fun.
Let me lay it out for everybody. I am starting next Saturday, where I'm starting, I would say probably around 4 o'clock for my Wind Waker randomizer stream. And then we're gonna go till like midnight, probably. So it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be like an 8-hour, yeah, roughly, which I think will be just about right. Hopefully I can get like most of the way through the game. And I can show you guys funny shenanigans. But yeah, that's next week, or that's this coming Saturday. Next Saturday is board game night. Trina, the 15th of July is board game night. Then the 22nd, I'm not going out of town, so we're gonna be playing Roblox that night, as it turns out, because that's just a good fallback stream plan. And then the 29th of July, we have the start of the D&D campaign. So there you go. It's gonna be fun. I hope you guys tune in for all of that. Thank you guys for watching.
Woo!
We should be back next week with this, if all goes to plan. Should be back with more Power Wash Simulator. We're definitely more on Monday. We're definitely playing more. I have a fucking bug bite on my elbow. This Monday, Tyler is officially back for Pokemon Infinite Fusions. So him and I will be continuing that Monday, and that should be fun as well. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Love you to death. Love you to death, you big stinkies.
see you next week.
See you this Saturday for Wind Waker Randomizer.
That too.